My name is Drew Poppleton, and I am the lead pastor at Faith Reformed Church in Traverse City, Michigan. I am also a huge advocate for Churches Learning Change. I'm both a practitioner of some of the things that are taught in Churches Learning Change and also one of the people who teaches in Churches Learning Change. But I'm a huge advocate for it for two reasons. One, because there is just a sheer abundance of information out there about the kinds of changes churches should be making and why, both biblically and theologically, we should be making those changes. I'm surrounded by information about that kind of stuff. And what makes Churches Learning Change different is that there's no set prescription on the kinds of changes we should be making, but instead it's aimed at trying to create the capacity to actually enact those changes, to create that capacity as a congregation, and that starts by creating that capacity for change within individuals and starts to actually change us as individuals. You can't go through the process without being changed at that individual level, changed by the gospel, changed by a clearer understanding of our identity as followers of Jesus, as children of God. And then because that change takes place within us, because we grow as mature disciples of Jesus, then we are able to go out and enact change within the systems that we're a part of, including congregations, but also the wider communities that we're a part of. And so that's the first reason that I'm an advocate for it, just building the capacity for change without giving the exact prescription of what exact changes are needed within the congregations and communities that we're a part of. The second reason that I'm a huge advocate for Churches Learning Change is because the way in which the process goes about creating that capacity is related directly to how we build that capacity in the first place. So it's hard to explain except to say that the ends actually become the means, or the means are the ends. The process that you go through as a part of Churches Learning Change is actually exactly what you need to implement in your setting in order to create capacity for change. So the means becomes the ends. It's really a kind of a miraculous process. I would invite anybody to be a part of it. And in my own setting, in my own congregation, I have implemented a ton of this stuff, and the response is just amazing. People just coming alive in the ways in which God is changing their individual lives and then changing the whole congregation in the process. So if you're out there thinking about becoming a part of the process, I would encourage you to do it. And I hope to see you along the way.